Hey Larry, how's it going? So I went ahead and I shot this video for you because there's 3 tips that I think you can really benefit from if you decide to implement them in the future. And I just want to share them with you. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. What I've done here is I've pulled up Roofer Springdale AR because that's a really high search volume keyword. And if we go over here, we can see 500 people are searching that every single month. That's a lot of eyes to be in front of. But on the flip side, that's a lot of eyes to not be in front of if you're not listed on that front page. And unfortunately, if we look over at the map pack, the organic listings down below, you actually aren't listed on this first page, which means you're missing out on a lot of this traffic. So let's just go ahead and break down some of this for you. This is the map pack. This is where 70 to 80% of the business is starting to go down because mobile users who are on their smartphones, they're not wanting to scroll. And in fact, even on laptops, people aren't even going to pages 2, 3, or 4 anymore. They're just going to the first page, and if they don't find what they're looking for, they just type in something else, and you better hope to God that you show up on the first page for whatever they type in next, because people are impatient. They want to get to the best right away. And the best way to show that you are the best is through being first. And that's what Pinnacle Roofing has done here. They're the top spot in this map pack, and they're the top spot organically. How do you get into this map pack? Well, it comes down to these things called citations, and all a citation really is simply your business's information listed in different directories across the web. There's hundreds of these, and you go and you fill in your information, and you call it a day. And Google loves numbers. The more of these you have, the higher Google is going to rank you. Right now, Pinnacle Roofing clearly has the most because they're ranked at the top. So citations, that's my first tip for you. Add a whole bunch of them. The second tip is to start getting ranked organically on this first page. And don't worry about HomeAdvisor, BBB, Yelp, Angie's List. Nobody cares about those directories anymore because people hate having their information passed around to 5 different contractors and they're getting bombarded with 5 different contracting calls. And I'm sure you guys hate it too because then your lead's non-exclusive and then it's like a race to the bottom because you have to try to outbid everybody else by being cheaper. It's not cool. What people actually like to do though is click on the real businesses listing on the first page because they get to talk to just one person and one person only, and then they call it a day. They don't have to worry about getting bombarded by 5 or 6 different people. And this has a lot of value to it too, but before we get over and talk about the value, how do you get here? That basically comes down to these things called backlinks, and all a backlink really is your website's link on another website that points back to you. This could be done in a blog comment or something of that nature. But basically, you need to view these as votes. The more votes you have, the better. The higher Google is going to rank you. The more sources you have voting for you, the higher Google is going to rank you. So let's go and just take a look at what Pinnacle Roofing has done real quick. So they got 255 of these votes from 51 different sources. They rank for 213 keywords, and they've got 109 people visiting their site every month with a page traffic value of $1,300. That's a pretty good amount because that's how much traffic that they're getting for free just by sitting in that spot. A lot of other people aren't as lucky, So how does your site compare exactly? Well, I pulled you guys up here too, and right now you've only got 86 votes from 19 sources. You're ranking for 16 different keywords, but you're not really getting any traffic to your site, and it's only worth about $11. Nothing all that great going on. And the way to improve that, kind of like I just mentioned, would be getting ranked in that GMB with all those citations, start getting more of these votes from different sources. And the last thing here is going to be these keywords, okay? They're ranking for 213, you're ranking for 16. There's a bit of catching up to do. And the way to do that is through the amount of content you have written on your website. Right now, this is pretty much it. This is your homepage. That's not a lot of content for Google to go off of to actually rank you number 1, because Google likes to rank knowledge. If you can demonstrate to them that you are the knowledge leader locally, they will rank you. In fact, that's actually exactly what Pinnacle Roofing has done. If we look at from the top down here, they've got all of this content on this top half of the site. There's a little bit of a break, and then they got more content here towards the bottom. But further, okay, they've got 66 different pages out there. 66 different pages of information on roofing. They've demonstrated to Google that they are the knowledge leaders, at least on the internet, when it comes to ranking or when it comes to roofing in Springdale. You've only got 19 pages. That's not enough to even really compete if the word count on this front page is, anything to go off of. So you need to start adding a lot more content to your website, just talking about, roofing companies, talking about roofing inspections, roof leaks, roof restoration. And you want to have at least, 1,000 words on those pages so that Google will pick up those keywords you're going for, and then you're going to start showing up and search for them. And just as kind of like a social proof of this, if you want to go over to Google right now, I've got it pulled up over here. If we type in Mike Tyson, his Wikipedia page shows up first, not his actual website, which is listed right here. Why does that happen? Well, Google values information probably more than anything else. And if you have the most of it, they're going to place you at the top because that's in their best interest. What Wikipedia has done is they have more information on their page for him than Mike Tyson has on his actual website. That's just how the game is played. Perfect example right there. I hope these tips were helpful. Citations for your GMB, backlinks for your organic rankings, and more content for your website to start showing up for a lot more keywords. If you want to sit down and talk sometime about this and how you'd go about implementing it, I'd be more than willing to sit down and chat with you for a little bit. And who knows, maybe I'd get some extra credit out of it or something, I don't know. But all that being said, take care. Have a great day.